You and me, we ain't nothing alike. Let's set the record straight. Those words you say, they hold no weight, they like. Let's set the record straight. You'll never break the man before you're out.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another Diecast review. We are reviewing the Elite, or quote Elite, air quotes I guess we'll call it. Technically it's called, what is it, the Diecast body and chassis, I guess. It's like the metal base and whatnot. So we're going to be reviewing the normal one and, of course, the metal chassis / rubber wheel edition. I cannot tell you how many paint schemes, or like versions of this paint scheme I have, because it's like a lot. So just to tell you how much of a lot I have, there's these two here, right? I have one in the Authentics. I had the liquid color. I have made all 4 of his raced wins from this paint scheme. I have made a playoff edition of this paint scheme. And I have the Dover win on the way. Not only have I made all 4 in the Gold Series, I don't have the Dover one anymore, but I made the Richmond, Pocono, and Dover, but I got rid of the Dover. So that right there is 12. And I'm having 3 more come in because of the race wins in 1/24 scale. Oh my god, that is a lot. This is easily the most owned paint scheme I have. Before, I'm pretty sure it was the Dell Jr. Final Ride for 2017, but I think this one really takes the cake, because for the Final Ride, I only had the hauler. I had the 187, so there was 2 of those. I had the 124. I had the 2 different editions that was in the Authentics, and then I had a Gold Series, and then I had the race version. So that right there was 8. So this one beats it just by a little bit, but still, that is a lot of paint schemes. So if you didn't notice, I'm a Bowman fan. I mean, I don't think that speaks very loud and clear. But anyway, you guys know the drill. We're going to review this one first. We're very late to this Diecast review, I might add. But we're going to review this one first, and then we'll kind of compare the bottom. Here is the ARC edition out of the box. Very nice looking race car. And not only that, I definitely prefer this year as in 2021, over this year's, which is 2022. So, I mean, I don't mind the whole next-gen look. They actually look pretty good. But with the whole number placement, it doesn't look good on a Gen 6, but on the Gen 7, it looks a lot better. Not only that, I do wish they kind of kept this really dark purple. Well, it's supposed to be darker, but it's really like darkish purple with the whole Ally paint scheme. But, I mean, I'm good with the white, too. The white's not really a big deal to me. So right here on the hood, we got Ally like 100 times over, because somebody was on something designing this car. I got Bowman right there, of course, on the name banner, which looks a little wonky, not gonna lie. Got the white Chevy bow ties, which on my customs, I normally paint those yellow, so it looks a little bit better. Got 48 right there, Ally, do it right. Got Bowman right there. Of course, you got the Ally on the deck lid. Moving on to the back, we got a black spoiler. Of course, you got the little purple stripe down the center. Got Ally Valvoline, they got the 48 Camaro ZL1 1LE. Seeing that Dayglow Yellow 48 definitely gives off Johnson vibes. I don't know if they did that on purpose, because they could have easily went with white, but they may have tried to slip in a little bit of a Johnson thing there. Of course, you got the tail lights with the bow tie, and you got the little camera over there as well. Over here, you got Ally Do It Right. You got this little like triangle-looking things over here. Looks very nice, these triangle shapes. I like that, like, really light blue, or like a teal blue, or like a baby blue. What would you call that? I don't know. I like that color the most. I got Ally Do It Right. Got Valvoline. Alex Bowman. I love the 2-tone, or 2 different color name on the banner, or on the name rail. Looks very good. Alex Alto, Cronus, Freightliner, Mac Tool, Simon, Cincinnati, Microsoft, and HendrickCars.com. Of course, you got the 48 right there. Moving on to more of the front end, of course, you got the NASCAR race car, NASCAR Cup Series, and got that more of the shape over here. Got Goodyear. Now, of course, you got the Sunoco. Moving on to the front end, we have the 48 with the catfish-looking headlights. And, yeah, so we got those there. Pretty nice. Got Hendrick Motorsports over here. And that is about it for the ARC. Now, speaking of ARC versus, like, Elite in quotation marks, I kind of got in contact with K-State Diecast. I don't know if you guys know this, but I've kind of touched up on it a little bit. So what happened was, whenever... Actually, it kind of happened in a weird way. So I noticed that the Chase Elliott dirt car in the 164 scale and the Alex Bowman Dover win in the 124 was shipping out on the same day, or not same day. It was like, it was going to be shipped out soon, like released to the public, not on pre-order, right? So I'm like, oh, okay, awesome. Normally I don't pre-order them because I'm afraid of some type of like money issue, or say I don't have enough for whatever reason, something comes up and I don't have enough in my account and it like doesn't take it or whatever, and I don't know that until later. So normally I will wait until they are released in order for me to actually buy them. This case, I'm like, you know what? Why not go ahead and pre-order both? And ironically, I didn't know, because like the shipping report was delayed. So I pre-ordered it, and that same day, without me knowing, just a couple hours later, they both got released. So I'm like, oh, awesome, that's really cool. And again, because, just something I didn't really know. And then, when the Elliott car got shipped, I'm like, okay, so the Bowman's kind of taking a little bit, no big deal. It's been a month since I have purchased that car, and I'm like, okay, why? So I contacted K-State, and I'm like, hey, I kind of ordered this car, literally a month ago. It's been a month and 1 day to be exact. So, what's kind of going on? I know, like, I've seen it at the track, I've seen it on eBay, I've seen it on other websites. Is there a holdup or kind of what's going on? And he's like, well, thanks for contacting. I looked into it, and apparently it was labeled wrong. I don't remember his exact words, but it was like, whoever, like, went to do the shipment or whatever, did it incorrectly. So it just said the car was on an imported order, and I never got it. It never got shipped. Well, the next day, I contacted him yesterday, I think. And I woke up right after going to bed, after sending that email. And I wake up, got a notification from my Gmail saying, hey, this order has been shipped. And I'm like, oh, awesome. And I got a reply to him telling you thank you and stuff. But still, yeah, it's taking a little bit to get here, but it will be here very soon. And I cannot wait for the first Bowman review, Race Win Edition for 2021, or the season anyway. But yeah, here's the differences. Not a whole lot. You can see you got the rubber wheels. These are fantastic for stop motions. You can see you can kind of pull the wheel off. It looks really cool. Now, I don't like how the tires look, because they just look a little too thick, but I love how you can actually remove them. It's actually pretty cool. So I prefer the look of the plastic wheels, but I love the rubber wheels just due to, stop motions or just like detail and stuff like that. And of course, it's got a metal base versus a plastic. You can kind of tell a color difference. This one's a little bit darker. If I can brighten it up for you, you might be able to tell. There, that might help a little bit. So this one's metal, this one's plastic. But the paint scheme and everything is still the same. It's just one's got a metal chassis. And of course, the Goodyear is a lot brighter, which I love that more than I do this. Which, this is more realistic because it's more of a fat tire. And it's actually got, a darker color to it. And it's a rubber wheel, so it's more accurate. So, I'm fine with that. But I really don't like paying $15 versus $9 or $10, however much it is now. But of course, with me being a Bowman fan, that's not going to happen. I'm not just going to let those go. I got to pay for them in order to get them to my house. But yeah, again, I've made so many versions of these cars. It's a lot. And actually, a little bit of a bottom bag diecast news. 2 of these diecast, not these here, but 2 of his race wins are going to be in a wave here very shortly. Now, they're not going to be at the same time. They're going to be one then another. I don't know if I'll do the Richmond first or the Pocono, probably Richmond. I would have done the Dover too, but of course, I gave that to OBB because, he was at that race for Dover. And, figured, why not? It's a cool little piece. I'll send it over to him. So, that's what I did, and I already have it in the Gold Series too. So, yeah, again, pretty awesome little set here, I guess you could call it. But I don't really see it's worth paying $15 versus, just your average, $10 for just plastic wheels and a plastic base, especially the plastic base. You cannot tell what's plastic and what's not underneath. So it's kind of a hidden type thing, and I don't really like the hidden things. If I'm buying for detail, I would like to see the detail. I would like to actually be able to see it without having to flip it over or open something. I can, I can accept hoods. Like, say if they brought back all the interior detail on the engine bay and, brought back tethers, braces, obviously that's acceptable. I'm fine with that. But, Underneath, I don't really care about any wires or stuff underneath here, because it's underneath the car. You're not really going to see. You can display the hood up. Not a lot of people are going to display the car on the side or upside down for whatever reason, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, that's just kind of my thoughts on the prices for the Elite versus ARC. So with that being said, that'll be all for this dual diecast review, so thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.